Hi everyone, welcome back to Petals of Nursing. If you're new here, my name is Rose and welcome. So this video is gonna be about all things residency. Um I landed a residency position around February. They wanted me to start in April and I said no, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and start in July. So I started it because I really needed like a break from schooling and all things actually work related. So it was really nice to have a break, like a well needed break, okay, and well deserved. Anyways, so I started the residency in April. Uh, Look at me in April. I started So I started the residency in July, and it was a good experience. So when we first started, the first part was all didactic. It was literally like being in school all over again, except with a little perk. You got that new nurse check, okay? So we got paid. We actually got paid, which was really nice. And it was like, honestly, like I said, it was just like school all over again. It was a lot of PowerPoint presentations and a lot of homework assignments, but the only difference is you were getting paid for it, which was a big deal for me because whenever I used to have to wake up for clinicals at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I always said, if we got paid for this, at least I'll be excited to be here and this and that. So guess what? My excitement with getting paid for this just to learn for the didactic portion, my excitement lasted for about a week. I was ready to be done. Thank God it just got so boring, and I was just like, I know I'm getting paid and I shouldn't be complaining, but it was a drag. Of course I learned a lot, and all of the excitement of being a new nurse, and like you're training to, be in the unit that you want, your dream unit. Like it was pretty exciting at first, and then of course it just became work. So that's that. But we learned, I mean, it was pretty cool. I got my NRP certification, neonatal resuscitation, and also BLS and ALS, which was pretty cool. So we got those done and we got paid for the training. It was awesome, I guess. What else? So that was just the didactic portion, and honestly the next portion was skills and sim, and it was literally like school, like the simulations and the skills that you do at school. We did the IV polls, we did how to set up oxytocin and magnesium, etc. So that was cool, getting the hands on. It was a little bit more exciting, but of course by that time I was ready to be done and to be at my home hospital, and I was tired of driving 45 minutes to an hour to and from, like, just to go to training. So once that was over, we were able to graduate. Oh, the sim, I guess the sim and the skill, it seemed like it was going to be intimidating, but honestly it was like all a learning experience. We were all in groups, and it was not nearly what happened at school. Like, I know school was like, oh, you got to get this right and this and that. No, it was literally a learning experience, and it was pretty cool that they didn't put all that pressure on us, and it was fun. After that, we graduated and we were able to go to our home hospital. We did also learn a lot about labor and delivery, because our unit was postpartum, and it wasn't a lot of us that was in postpartum, but I think, like, just in general, they integrate labor and delivery and postpartum together, which was a downside for me because I wanted nothing to do with labor and delivery. It's just not me, but it was cool to learn about it either way. But a lot of our, like, assignments were labor and delivery related, and the postpartum stuff was the only thing I was excited about. So after that, we got to go to our home hospital, woohoo, which was only about 15 minutes from me. Happy Rose, like I don't have to drive far. I freaking hate driving. So once I got to the home hospital, I think we had like a regular like hospital training sort of thing for like 2 days, and then after that, we were actually on the floor, which was exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, finally a nurse. And so I started my preceptorship, and preceptorship lasted 7 weeks. So the first 2 weeks I did it day shift. And I remember like texting my sister and saying like, I love my job. I get to make my own schedule. I get to do this, I get to do that. And yeah, it was cool for the first 2 weeks. And then I transitioned to night shift, which was like the best thing ever. Like I literally could not stand waking up early in the morning. Like shoot me now. So I'm in my natural element, night shift, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I did the last 5 weeks of my preceptorship at night, and I was introduced to my new preceptor. She was so amazing. Well, she is so amazing, and I feel like I learned a lot with her. But there were some days where I had like a substitute preceptor. At first I used to be really nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if she's gonna be mean, or how they're gonna be with me. And it honestly turned out to be like a great experience as well, because some stuff I didn't learn from my original preceptor, I got to learn from them, just because the scenario didn't present itself with with my main preceptor. But whenever I went with somebody else, I got to learn new things, and it became not so nerve-wracking anymore whenever I did have to go with someone else. So that was nice. So after like the 4th, 5th week of preceptorship, I was like, okay, like I kind of want to be alone now, just because like the way my brain process certain things, like I have to do it on my own and be on my own to learn it, like I need to. And so it was nice, like I guess like towards the end I started doing more things on my own, but I was still following like the recipe I was taught, from my preceptor. And it was a good recipe. It's just that's just not how my brain works. So whenever I like started being on my own, I was able to do things like, in the steps that I wanted to do them without, it's kind of stressful. Not stressful, but it's kind of like double the work, because like you're trying to do things a certain way, like to keep the momentum going with the preceptor, but then like you also would like to do things like on your timing and things like that, so it could get kind of tricky. But I was finally happy to be on my own. It was I was nervous but excited. And when I did, after the 7 weeks was over, I did 1 week by myself, and well, just 3 days, but it was awesome. I got to learn a lot. I felt like I learned a lot more, just trying to do it on my own. And it made me more confident, because, whenever you go inside the room with the preceptor, you feel like, I don't know, I was lacking the confidence that I needed, because, somebody was aside me and they were like the one in charge. So I felt like the patient could have been like a little bit nervous, like, okay, this new person is working on me. But whenever like I started being on my own, I was able to, just walk in there with all the confidence that I was faking. I faked the confidence until I made it, Confident 101. But it was pretty cool, because I was able to, go in there and be confident and act like I know what I was talking about. Of course, I didn't like talk about things that I didn't know about, but it just made me feel more comfortable knowing like, hey, like I'm Rose, I'm your nurse, and I'm gonna be taking care of you. It's not like two people and then I'm working, like, I don't know, it's just that that feeling like somebody else is here. But that's that. I think that's about it. That's all I have to say about it. But Um, do I like, look at me asking myself questions, but do I like my new job? I do. It was a dream, my dream at some point, but it could get pretty draining, especially now that I'm getting like full loads. Like they don't, at first they used to like give me like easier patients, and I feel like now like they're really giving me the real. Um and the real is not so happy and dandy. You know, you don't get, you know, the 2 to 3 couplets that, you know, you usually get. Now they're like, you get in and you start off with 2 couplets, and next thing you know, you're getting 2 discharges and 3 admits. It's just, it could be, well, not, I don't think I've ever had 3 admits, but I've had 2 admits before. And it's not that it's a hard thing to do, it's just that when you have so many tasks to do, it becomes like overwhelming. So if you're coming in and you're getting a discharge, and then they're ready to go, so they're just at the door waiting on you, and I'm like, crap, I have to do my assessments still, and it could just be a lot. So now as like time is going and I'm seeing like the real postpartum, how it really is, it's just, I really don't think postpartum is for me 100%. I do like it there. I love working with newborns, and I like working with the moms as well, because I still want to get that the adult feel, you know. Um, it's just the moms are more mid-surgery, and I hate mid-surgery things, and I'm ready to move on to the next, you know. Like, I think I would do great, you know, with Nick in the NICU. So that's gonna be like my next, you know, venture. I want to try the NICU and see how it is, just because I'm just not as excited to go to work anymore. Um, Especially sometimes I go in and I don't get like the mom, I don't get mostly babies. I get mostly moms, because the babies will be in the NICU, and I'm just like, well, I just want to touch on some babies today. I want to give them a bath, or, you know, like, but it comes with the job. And honestly, I think I was just excited, like as excited as I was at the beginning. Of course, like I lost that excitement, because at the end of the day, you do have to get up, stop what you're doing, and go work. And it's just like any other job, honestly. So that's that. I think I'll make another video after this, and I'll just kind of like go in details about like what I do in a day, well, in a night. So we'll visit that. But I think that's it for this video. It went by pretty quick, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, have a great day.